Virgo, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Thank you so much for all the support you've been showing the channel. I'm absolutely loving it. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. It's an energy reading. Always check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising sign because they're energies that are greatly impacting you, and you might as well get a heads up, right? For those of you looking for a deeper reading and conclusions to the messages we begin here, please check out the link below. That's the extended reading, and I hope that you guys can enjoy that too with me. If you love this video, please be sure to like it and share it on your social media platforms, and also subscribe to the channel and ring that bell, hit all notifications so that you know when I upload your favorite content. Virgo comes out every single Friday over on the West Coast between 8 and 9 a.m. breakfast time. Then there's lunchtime over on the East Coast between 12 and 1, and then of course we have 5 and 6 p.m. I think around for Western Europe. Yeah, I hope everybody gets a chance to watch it. If you're looking for joining me live and actually interacting with me, check me out daily on born_without_boundaries over on Instagram. You can find me there. And last but not least, check out Astrology Motivation. That's my second channel, and there's lots of great content over there too. So let's go. Virgo. Remember, I'm going to divide this energy into career, money, and love a little bit later. Let's draw out some of the general energy right now. Virgo, for Virgo, for Virgo. Okay. So we have the 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Cups is about kind of looking in the past or focused on. 5 of Cups is really the energy of being focused on more of what you've lost than what you actually have. Because 5 of Cups is not 5 of Cups is not that you've lost everything. You actually have still wonderful things in your life, but the focus and the emotions, you're being kind of sucked and dragged back into what I've lost. So be aware, Virgo, that you are focused on what you've lost, and you have lost something. I think all of us have. In terms of emotion, there has been letdowns, disappointments, and maybe if your focus is on those disappointments to understand them and to learn something from them, that's cool, right? But if it's kind of just distracting you from all the good things that you have, it's something to be aware of. I feel you being extremely aware right now. I feel that there's just a level of conscientiousness and objectivity right now. Maybe you're looking at something that you've lost to, I don't know. Let's get into it. Let's see. What is this 5 of Cups here for? Okay, in the past, there was a strong either romantic connection or physical connection with somebody. There was a strong attraction with somebody. This was a King of Wands, could have been a fire sign, but this is somebody with a lot of passion or somebody who is an extremely creative person, and that really drew you to them. And this is the 3 of Cups, so there could have been a third-party situation involved. There could have been an unexpected pregnancy involved. There could have been there was definitely some disappointment involved, and ultimately what ended up happening is being around people that you didn't really like. So it's almost like it looked better than it ended up being, right? And I don't know if this is a King of Wands literally or figuratively. You can change out the genders, it doesn't really matter. What matters is this would have been a very charismatic person, a very attractive person, somebody who was very sensual and very attractive. But yeah, it would have been like maybe people that they bought you around, or a lot of other situations surrounding you guys didn't add up to the level of passion or level of expectations. And now there's this loss, this 5 of Cups. Why are you looking back? Why are you looking back at this person? Why are you looking back at this person? Why are you looking back at this situation? Because something happened. The straw broke this was the straw that broke the camel's back. What was this? This is the 10 of Wands in reverse. So taking on too much responsibility. I feel like maybe you had to carry too much to keep this going. That was kind of the energy of what was happening. You had to give too much in order to keep this relationship going. And you know what? It was because there was maybe sexual attraction, but there wasn't much more, right? There was charisma, but there wasn't much more depth. I think that right now there's a lot of reflection, what's going on, like looking back at the past. Maybe that's what you're doing. You're trying to figure out, like, let me take some space from it to see if, like, I could figure this out. Because this ended. The situation was completely done, completely over with. Why did it end? This is the Lover's card. So once again, extreme attraction, more extreme attraction, very sexual energy, and Virgo energy. Okay, is this person coming back into your life? Is this person re-emerging in your life? Or you've just been thinking about them a lot? Because it seems like there is just this, everybody knows Virgos are hidden freaks. Everybody knows that, right? So it seems like there is just this virility and this powerful energy, this almost like thinking back to the great sex that you had. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think that this necessarily means, or even if this isn't sexual, it could just be how turned on you were by an opportunity. And maybe you haven't felt that in a long time. It felt like there was this kismet attraction, some sort of very sensual communications between the two of you, and now there's a sense of loneliness, like you haven't experienced that level of excitement for a while. I feel like all of this is coming up again because ultimately there is some exciting stuff coming for you. So let's go into that a little bit. Virgo. What can Virgo expect? Virgo. What can Virgo expect? What can Virgo expect from this energy? The Fates. Oh, shit. And you know, it's 17. And, oh, I'm sorry, this light is just shining right in my eye. Sorry about that, Virgo. Ugh. The Fates. And this is 17. And you know what happens on the 17th of this month, right? Mercury goes into retrograde. So this could be like an ex coming back from the past or not being able to think of it. Okay. So this is a time that you actually get to clean up some shit that happened in the past. Fate is going to give you an opportunity to clean this out, to finish up business. Clearly business that was interrupted. I feel like somebody was unfaithful here. Or that just something, there's this energy of something just not getting off the ground and you being able to finally clear it up. And you're starting to look, give me more information because this is still a little bit confusing. Chaos and conflict. Yep. Chaos and conflict. The Fates clean it up. What do they clean up? The chaos and the conflict. So whatever's going on that's kind of thrown your life into a big disarray, the stars are going to align, and it could be during Mercury retrograde to clean everything the fuck up. There could be some money owed to you. There could be an inheritance coming to you. All of those factors will start to smooth out. Because sometimes that's what Five of Cups is. Five of Cups can be an inheritance. Five of Cups represents gaining something from a loss, right? And this could even be a situation where you met somebody else right after something ended. You made another connection, or you could have made a connection with another person, like been a part of a third-party situation and somebody got dumped and you ended up being with that person. You guys ended up together from like a seedy kind of fucked up way. And ultimately what this is saying is all that craziness will be able to be kind of like cleaned up. You'll be able to fix it, like fix up any of the messes or the open clean up the chaos and the conflict that arose out of this kind of convoluted situation, because it's somehow here somebody benefited from somebody else's heartbreak. And it's almost like you never really felt good about it, or you were never ever able to forgive somebody else about it, or somebody was never able to forgive you about it. And ultimately what's going to happen is this opportunity it's just like fate is going to bring you together to do something about it. And I think this was sort of like it had to be an attraction. It has to be with a friend group, this connection, this friend group. new network, making new friends. I know, but this is usually an opportunity that comes through friends. It's almost like you may be talking to somebody that you haven't talked to in a while, or through friends, you two might be seeing each other, even though the two of you haven't seen each other in a while. But it's almost like it's necessary for the two of you to see each other again, because there's issues that have to be smoothed out. Okay. Why? There was some sort of defeat here. Huge loss for you. How? 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 The Ace of Wands is here. Sex. It's always sex. Something's going on. It's almost like in some ways somebody chose passion and sexuality over morality and integrity. And it's coming to light. Right? And this is the opportunity to confront somebody about that shit. Damn. Virgo, Jesus. Step out of your comfort zone. There you go. And then you have a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. This could be with a Cancerian. This could be somebody that you have to confront that is Cancerian. This could be somebody that you have to confront within your family. Or this could be a situation that you sort of tried to push underneath the carpet or not confront, that has a lot to do with your family issues or family past. This would be 4th house, so this would be the family that you were born into, not necessarily the family that you created. But you could be dealing with some of these 4th house issues that you've been really happy to avoid so far, but ultimately you're going to be pushed out of your comfort zone. You're not going to be able to avoid it. Why? Because God wants you to confront this. God wants you to have to confront this, because in some ways it's weakening you, Virgo, to continue to run from it. And we don't want you weak. We want you strong. It's draining your energy. That's what I'm trying to say. It's draining your energy to try to like hold on to or continue to create distance or space just because you don't like these people, or just because you don't feel comfortable being around them. Ultimately, you need to confront this situation so you don't have to waste your time running anymore. You have to confront, maybe it's a person, maybe it's a situation. I mean, if this has anything to do with an Aries, or this is somebody who is they're very controlling, they're very confrontational, they're very, but they're very sexual. You may be having to confront something that you created, an issue that you created, something that you started, and you're just realizing that maybe it wasn't a good decision. That could be it too. Whatever it is, something is coming into your frame of consciousness now that wasn't there before, and it's being delivered to you through a group of friends or through a connection with friends. But this resolution has to happen. You may actually see somebody from your past that pushes you outside of your comfort zone because they confront you about something. Interesting. This is something way in the past. Wow. This is something from your childhood, because this is coming way in the past. Mending something broken from your childhood. A hurt or a sadness or a suffering. Could have to do with when you were very young, could have to do with a sibling, could have to do with a friend that you knew since you were very young. It's coming out way in the past. And there's some unspoken, unbroken, it's loyal heart here. So that's the outcome. The outcome is kind of rediscovering each other. The outcome is coming back together again, but it's not going to be easy. It's definitely going to challenge the two of you and make the two of you wiser. this conflict is necessary. Confronting this conflict is necessary. Interesting, right? I tell you, it all has to do with partnership this week. All of it. Friendship and romantic relationships especially. But clearly yours is coming out like family. Let's get into career. Let's get into how is this affecting Virgo's career. How is this affecting Virgo's career? Well, career seems to be settled. Career seems to be like there's abundance here. Or you're dealing, or you're running the roost. You're taking charge of something. There's material wealth here. Wait a second. No, there's heartbreak. There's heartbreak. 3 of Wands as somebody looks in a different direction and you feel betrayed or let down or used. There's some sort of like a broken ego, a hurt ego here. Or you could be dealing with a very egotistical person. There's 3-3 here. The 3 of Swords, which is heartbreak and disappointment. And then the 3 of Wands, which is education, trying to look in a different direction. I just feel like in terms of your career, how does this apply? This is some major disappointment. How does this apply? Oh my God. These cards won't even like... Yeah, and all of this is coming... So much of this has to do with coming out from the past. It's great. Like, the cards are acting crazy, but it's like jumping all over the place. Yeah, it's like you feel like your creativity has been stifled, or you stifled your own creativity, right? This is all in the past, and it's like something is not growing. It's not developing. You kind of ignored your heart space. You decided to go against your heart. You didn't follow the career path that you wanted, and there's stagnation here. Lack of creativity, lack of fulfillment in your career. The problem is you're making money. But in terms of your heart space, you are completely and totally unfulfilled. You feel maybe sexually harassed. There could be some sort of sexual harassment going on in your career, working where you work, or about your career, or feeling like you have to like sell your sexuality in some ways for some reason. In terms of your career, the money is good, but ultimately you feel completely stuck in it because it's going to dry up. You kind of know that there's a limitation to this career, like you're not going to be able to keep doing it forever. Let's go to money. Let's see how money is doing. And I just think that, Virgo, you can find a way to make anything work for a long time, and you will patch things together, and like bleed a nickel until it's like 0.25 cents. But you can make it work because of your levels of efficiency. The problem with that is you kind of keep a dead horse walking for too long, and ultimately it's like it catches up to you in a crash. Money. Let's talk money for Virgo. Okay, something faded here. Ace of Chalices. There's something, a marriage. It's almost like spiritual connection through marriage, something with money, something through marriage. What is that? Finances. What is this? What is this? This is almost like being financially dependent upon a marriage for finances, or I don't know. You're working very, very hard. This is Libra. The Moon card, the Judgment card, and the Ace of Swords. I don't think you feel like somebody's actually holding up their end of the bargain in terms of finances, especially if you're in a marriage, or you realize that you're not delivering equal, or you're not a financial equal in your relationship. And honestly, something has made that very, very clear recently, or something's made it very, very clear. Like if you don't have this partnership, you don't have this marriage, there's just this sense of something's hidden, something that you didn't want to address. All of a sudden there's a judgment and clarity on it. You didn't want to address this. I think maybe you didn't want to address how dependent you become on somebody else for finances. Or that you work your ass off and you work a hell of a lot harder because you don't have somebody else to help you out with finances. And that may be something that's like stuck in your craw too. Let's go on to love. Yeah, there's a lot of resolution necessary here. I understand why. Love. Yeah, somebody loves you. A Three of Pentacles is somebody showing you a great deal of appreciation, but this person is a slow mover. Not only are they a slow mover, they might be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, so it's almost like it's hard to it's like they're holding back their emotions. You can feel like they have feelings for you, but ultimately they're holding back their emotions, or they move very, very slowly, and sometimes they move too slowly and it gets boring. But you can feel their love for you. They do love you. But they're just not like, it's almost just like not willing to indulge, not willing to move, not willing to like it's almost like there's so much appreciation for somebody, you're trying to lock them away. That kind of energy, like somebody's trying to like lock you away and move too slowly. Or you're doing this to them. And clearly, once again, that's causing a lot of frustration. All of this is going to be confronted, going to be what you're going to have to be confronting, the conflict that that's rising up and bubbling out for you to make peace with over this next week. Let's go into the extended to get some conclusions. I hope you guys can join me. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. You've been awesome. Thank you once again for your support, and I will see you soon.